Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and another beautiful day. What a weekend it was, wasn't it? 87 degrees, our high temperature Saturday, 85 yesterday, and another beautiful one out there today. This shot from our Sky-Fi Tower camera on Badger Mountain, looking down at the beautiful Wenatchee Valley. And boy, isn't it beautiful out there right now? Everything's green. We are seeing blooms and blossoms everywhere. And this weather, it's going to be changing. We haven't had precipitable moisture here in about a month or so, but changes are on the way. We will see periods of rain throughout the week, mostly cloudy skies, a lot like today, and even heavier clouds moving in for tomorrow. And our temperatures will fall back to about normal for this time of year in the upper 60s and lower 70s. As a matter of fact, our 6 to 10 day outlook, it's wet here in the Pacific Northwest and all the way down to Southern California and throughout most of the western U.S. We had nice weather for the last week, and now the East Coast will get that nice weather, and behind that we will see storminess and some cooler weather. We will have your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A 64-year-old resident of Prince George, British Columbia was killed late Saturday morning in Okanagan County when the motorcycle he was driving struck a pickup that was towing a trailer. Crews responded Sunday to an early morning blaze at an apartment complex in the Soap Lake area. And polysilicon producer REC Silicon announces it will be forced to shut down production at its Moses Lake facility on Wednesday. But first, we begin tonight. A Des Moines, Washington woman was killed Saturday when the jet ski she was riding with her 8-year-old daughter on Moses Lake was hit by another jet ski. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, 27-year-old Andra Ann Rice was taken to the Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake, where she later died. Her daughter was not seriously hurt. The 17-year-old operator of the other jet ski was a relative of Rice's and was not seriously hurt. The accident took place near Blue Heron Park, and bystanders at the park immediately entered the water to give first aid. The accident remains under investigation. A 64-year-old resident of Prince George, British Columbia was killed late Saturday morning in Okanagan County when the motorcycle he was driving struck a pickup that was towing a trailer. The accident occurred on Highway 20 about 17 miles east of Tonasket. The Washington State Patrol reports that Donald Leonard was westbound on Highway 20 when he failed to negotiate a turn and crossed the center line. Leonard's 2002 Harley-Davidson struck both the pickup and the trailer. Both Leonard and the motorcycle came to rest on the highway. The occupants of the truck, 64-year-old Robert Swift and 62-year-old Michelle Burning, both from Olympia, were not injured. Drugs or alcohol were not a factor in that accident. Crews responded Sunday to an early morning blaze at an apartment complex in the Soap Lake area. Firefighters from Grant County Fire Districts 13 and 7 joined forces at the apartment complex in the 300 block of Daisy Street in Soap Lake. The multi-agency response brought the blaze under control and saved personal property. The American Red Cross was working with finding emergency shelter for those who were displaced by the fire. There were no reported injuries, and the cause is under investigation. Well, polysilicon producer REC Silicon announces it will be forced to shut down production at its Moses Lake facility on Wednesday due to the ongoing U.S.-China trade dispute. The Columbia Basin Herald reports that REC's president and chief executive, Tor Torvund, announced the plant closing during the company's first quarter earnings presentation last week. He said they had already started the shutdown process. He says the job status for the plant's remaining 150 employees is uncertain. He says they will keep them on the payroll for another 6 weeks until they see what the outcome of the trade war is. He said the employees would be laid off if the two countries cannot reach agreement that ends China's 57% tariff on U.S.-made polysilicon. REC reported a loss of about $4.7 million on revenues of $45 million. Well, coming up next, today begins filing week for those seeking public office in Washington state. You may have seen some smoke this afternoon in the Blewett Pass area from a U.S. Forest Service prescribed burn. And Chipotle Mexican Grill will be opening a restaurant in Wenatchee this fall. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Welcome back. In other news, today begins filing week for those seeking public office in Washington state. Dozens of local races are to be decided in north central Washington, including school board, city council, fire, and port districts, as well as other special taxing districts. Among those filing candidacy papers in the Wenatchee area this week is Wenatchee School Board member Karina Vega Vila. She's filing for position 2. Dr. Vega Vila filled the remainder of the term for Dr. Walter Newman as an appointee beginning in January of this year. The school board has 3 seats to be decided in this election. Candidates wishing to file for elected office have until Friday afternoon to submit their papers with the auditor's office. Well, you may have seen some smoke this afternoon in the Blewett Pass area from a U.S. Forest Service prescribed burn. The fire was conducted in the Liberty area about 15 miles northeast of Cle Elum in the Okanagan and Wenatchee National Forest. Kamika Nail with the U.S. Forest Service says prescribed burns not only protect people and property, they also promote healthy forests.
My name is Kamiko Nail. I'm on the Cle Elum Ranger District as the fire prevention technician. On today's prescribed burn, I am acting as the prescribed burn boss. We are in the Liberty area, and today what we're trying to do is conduct a 26-acre control burn, as you see behind me. The reason for the burn is to protect the town of Liberty and the areas around the town of Liberty from wildfire. We've done community wildfire protection plans along with other agencies and the communities that are in county-wide protection plans, and this area has been identified as an area of concern for wildfire. And so the Forest Service on our lands has come in and done multi-stage thinning activities, and one of the final activities in this area is to burn the slash, which will then remove and reduce the amount of burnable fuels on the ground that can carry fire into the grounds and then cause a high intensity burn that will most likely threaten the community.
Chipotle Mexican Grill will be opening a restaurant in Wenatchee this fall. That, according to a spokeswoman for the company who confirmed it earlier today. It will be the 40th location for the restaurant chain in Wenatchee and just the 3rd east of the Cascades, joining restaurants in Kennewick and Spokane. Spokesperson Regina Wu said further details on the restaurant, including where it will be located, will be announced later. There are about 2,500 Chipotle Mexican grills worldwide. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Where will you be a year year from now. You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Dear Mary Maids, just got home from a trade show and I didn't have time to pick up the house. Kids made chili. Jeff did a mud run. Oh, and Winston shredded Teddy's bed. Again, please clean it the best you can. Oh, except for the statue Max made for me. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Clean kitchen, clean bath, clean floor, naughty cat. Poor Teddy. The statue is precious. You should keep it forever. See you next time, Mary Maids.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. People working to form a 51st state brought their cause to Wenatchee this past weekend. Republican State Representative Matt Shea of Spokane Valley was the featured speaker at the North Central Liberty Rally, which also featured a short presentation by former 12th District Representative Carrie Condata, who sat down with me earlier today to talk about the movement to form that 51st state. Joining me now is former 12th District Representative Carrie Condata and current host of the NCWLIFE show, the 12th District. And Carrie, we're here to talk about the rally over the weekend, the Liberty Rally that was held at the old Elks building here in Wenatchee. You attended that. You're a supporter of this idea. Tell us about this movement and why you are a supporter of it.
Well, look, I think people are getting more and more concerned about the direction Washington State is going. Eastern Washington has always been more akin politically to Idaho and Montana, as proven by a number of slides that Matt and Shea brought to this presentation. But the fact is, Seattle has basically taken over Olympia and has become radically different than what it was 10 or 15 years ago, and folks here are really concerned. So they're looking to see if there's another way, and this is a long shot for sure. I think it's not easy to accomplish, but it's certainly creating some momentum, and maybe if nothing else, it'll get some signal to the other side that they need to take a listen to what we're saying over here, because we're really not getting much representation on this side of the mountains.
Well, say this did happen. Is it viable financially?
Well, ironically it is. There's been a lot of studies done on that, and frankly, Eastern Washington is about population-wise about the same as Idaho, and it generates actually more revenue than Idaho generates. So we'd actually have a budget similar to Idaho, maybe a little bit better, but we also believe that under our structure that we wouldn't need nearly the amount of spending. When Olympia starts now approaching $53 billion, that's just amazing when you think about the budget was only $8 billion total in 1985. So we ran the whole state just a few years ago, 1985, we ran the whole state on $8 billion. Can we run Eastern Washington on $10 billion? Yeah, I think so. But there's a lot of work to be done. But people, again, more and more concerned. Big turnout to that event, more than we expected.
So it's really about the message then, isn't it, to Western Washington? I
think that's part of it. I think people have had about enough. They feel like they're, not being represented. The taxes keep going up. A lot of it goes to the other side. There's some argument about who's the net debtor and who's the net spender. But the fact is, this government that we're dealing with in Olympia is nothing like when I was there started 20 years ago.
And for much more on this subject, you can catch more of it on the 12th District. It'll be next Tuesday on your show, Carrie, and thanks so much for being with us.
You betcha. Good to be with you, Grant.
All right. Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And I'll tell you what, if there was a 51st state already in eastern Washington, it would have been one of the nicest weather states in all of the United States today. What a day as we take a look outside our weather window here in north central Washington. It was fabulous. Temperatures about 10 to maybe even 15 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. And a gorgeous shot from Badger Mountain looking back down at the Wenatchee Valley with just a few light clouds out there. High thin clouds and temperatures once again, as I mentioned, on the warm side. Boy, was it beautiful over the weekend. 87 on Saturday, 85 yesterday. Today, not quite that warm. Unofficially at Pangbourne Airport, 79 degrees, but a few more clouds out there today too, but still that's above normal. 70 is our normal high temperature. We started off on the nice side once again at 56. 48 degrees is where we should be for this time of year. Record high 91 degrees, and that was set back in 1993. Record low was 35 in 1970. Sunrise this morning 5:27, and the sun will set tonight. Getting later, isn't it? At 8:28. Now let's take a look at that surface loop, and we've got a lot to talk about tonight. Mostly cloudy skies in our forecast tonight. This is about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, and this is the first of an area of low pressure, the first of storm systems that will move our way. That area of low pressure will bring some showers as we get into our Tuesday. Cloudy, a 20% chance of rain. Some of that moisture will spill over the Cascades and bring us some sprinkles at times on Tuesday. We will see a chance for some more sprinkles and scattered showers once again for our midweek Wednesday, but a little bit better chance for rain. It goes up to 30% chance for Wednesday. The low that was off the coast of British Columbia slides down off the coast of Northern California, and that will make way for a couple more areas of low pressure that will come our way on Thursday. In fact, that's been ticked up just to 60% now as chance for rain on Thursday. That looks to be our wettest day of the entire week this week. As we get into Friday and end our work week, we're going to stay with that wet stuff. Mostly cloudy skies, a 30% chance of rain. Much cooler too, folks. We're going to get back to about normal high temperatures and maybe even a little bit below normals as we get into the upcoming weekend with partly cloudy skies on Saturday, a 30% chance of rain, and boy, it's just mucky all over the western United States as our weather pattern changes from high pressure and nice weather to now low pressure and some instability. Let's take a look at that quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight we will drop down to a beautiful low temperature of about 56, 57 degrees. There it is, 54, so not quite as warm as this morning. 72, and that begins our cool down as we get into Tuesday. 74 on Wednesday. We will see those showers all through the week as we cool down to where we should be for this time of year. And by the time we get into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy both days. We'll see a 30% chance of rain Saturday, a 20% chance on Sunday, with highs then in the lower 70s and lows where they should be in the upper 40s. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community, and that's pretty useful for everyone. Be a job creator. Donate. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solely on Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solely on Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
My name is Lacey Haggerty, and I'm a nurse midwife with Columbia Valley Community Health. I love all aspects of my job because it is a profession that's very committed to empowering women to make decisions in their health care that feel best for them. It's incredibly valuable to me as a midwife that I get to take care of women throughout their whole lifespan. I hope to see you at a future visit because I know you'll love having midwifery care.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Hope you had a happy Mother's Day yesterday. Russell Wilson surprised his mom with something very special.
Because they what's this?
Key to your house. Key to your house. It's the key to your house. It's your house. Open the door.
It's Ryan. Are you serious? No! Are you serious? Are y'all serious? For real? Carmen!
Try it. See if it works.
For real?
Congratulations.
Oh my God, are you peelers?
I have toilet paper in the car.
Oh my God! No, you're taking the film for this! That's not funny! No! Don't do that! No! For you! No! Y'all lying! No! You're not telling you for real!
We love you.
Straight off of Russell Wilson's Instagram account, Russell Wilson, now the highest paid player in the NFL, bought his mom a house for Mother's Day. Sorry, Mom. I got you a beer. No, I got her flowers and a beer. All right, let's get to local sports here. Sunnyside was up to the challenge in Saturday's district soccer championship against the Eastmont Wildcats. Host Grizzlies tallied 5 goals en route to a 5-1 victory. Wildcats season comes to an end with no repeat run to the state tournament. Sunnyside will face Pasco in the first round of the state tournament this week. Meanwhile, in the District 6-7 crossover games Saturday, Lakeside 9 Mile Falls ended Chelan's season by a final of 6-0. Bridgeport advanced to the state tournament with a 5-1 win over Medical Lake. The first round of the state 1A tournament gets underway this week with Bridgeport facing Vashon Island. Cashmere and Cascade already qualified, finishing 1-2 in the district, so Cashmere takes on Connell. Cascade will battle Walluk in the first round. Wenatchee's run at another state baseball tournament came up just a little short on Saturday after the Panthers dispatched Davis Friday 16-2 in the semifinals. Wenatchee would face Moses Lake for the championship Saturday. The Chiefs advanced by ending Eastmont season Friday 4-2. Moses Lake had, as it had all season long, showed its Big Nine dominance. They beat the Panthers 11-1 for the title game and earning the conference's only seed to the state tournament. Moses Lake will travel to Richland Saturday for a first-round state 4A game against Hanford. The winner will play the winner of Richland and Curtis. Chelan advanced to the state 1A tournament Saturday with a 5-0 win over Deer Park. The Goats will face Hoquiam Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning at Franklin Pierce High School in Tacoma. If they win, they'll play the winner of Overlake and Bellevue Christian. Well, Wenatchee and Eastmont finished the regular softball seasons on Friday with victories. Panthers swept Davis 12-2 and 20-4 at Walla Walla Point Park. Eastmont traveled to Sunnyside and swept the Grizzlies 18-0 and 17-1. Both teams will host district play-in games tomorrow, with Eastmont taking on Sunnyside. Wenatchee will host Eisenhower. By the way, the Eastmont game at 5. Wenatchee starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okanagan stunned Cascade in the District 6 1A title game in Peshastin on Saturday. 6-4 the final in that one. Chelan ended Cashmere's season 12-7, so it was Chelan and Cascade for a last chance to move on to the state tournament. Kodiaks claimed the narrow victory 11-10. Well, the Wenatchee Valley Thunder season came to an end Saturday in lacrosse, falling to Tahoma in the state playoffs. 13-3 was the final there. Jake Reiner, Tristan Plock, and John Walker, the only Thunder able to find the back of the net. Tahoma, by the way, that same team that knocked Wenatchee from the playoffs a season ago. Well, mercifully, the Mariners' road trip ended with an 11-2 loss to Boston on Sunday. It concluded a Red Sox sweep of the hapless Seattle team that went 2-8 on the 10-game road trip. In the process, Mariners have slipped to third in the American League West behind Houston and Los Angeles at 20-23. Marco Gonzalez took the loss yesterday, lasting just 4 innings, surrendering 2 runs on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts and 1 home run. J.D. Martinez hit 2 bombs on the day for Boston and had 3 RBIs. Seattle has no time to lick its wounds as it hosts Oakland tonight, and red-hot Mike Fiers, who's coming off his second career no-hitter in his last outing. Mariners will counter with Yusei Kikuchi at T-Mobile Park. First pitch coming up tonight at 7:10. By the way, if you're disappointed in Seattle's road trip and wonder what happened to that team that was on fire to start the season, it's all about hitting. In the Mariners' first 7-game road trip of the season, they averaged 9 runs and 12 hits per game and went 6-1 on that road trip. In the trip they just finished, 10 games, team averaged 4 runs, 7 hits, in losing 8 out of 10. Mariners have also placed Felix Hernandez on the 10-day injured list with a strained throwing shoulder. That after he lasted just 2 1/3 on Saturday against the Red Sox, allowing 7 runs on 6 hits. To bolster the bullpen, Seattle recalled Dan Altavilla from Class AA Arkansas and picked up the contract of Parker Markle from Class AAA Tacoma, while optioning Braden Bishop down to Tacoma. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And finally tonight, recapping tonight's top story, a Des Moines, Washington woman was killed Saturday when the jet ski she was riding with her 8-year-old daughter on Moses Lake was hit by another jet ski. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, 27-year-old Andra Ann Rice was taken to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake, where she later died. Her daughter was not seriously hurt. The 17-year-old operator of the other jet ski was a relative of Rice's and was not seriously hurt. The accident took place near Blue Heron Park, and bystanders at the park immediately entered the water to give first aid. The accident remains under investigation. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
The NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's Learn, Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.
Hi, I'm Clayton Walker, General Manager at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Wenatchee, and I'd like to invite everyone to the dealership to see how easy it is to buy your next new or pre-owned vehicle at your local dealership.
And I'm Mick Fabian, General Sales Manager, and we currently have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot to choose from, including the 2019 Motor Trend Truck and SUV of the Year.
So come on down to town and let us earn your business in 2019 at 1001 North Miller Street in Wenatchee.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Highlander Grill and Golf Course is known as one of the finest wedding venues in the Wenatchee area. You do not have to be a member to come to Highlander. Highlander Golf Course offers a first-class backdrop for your wedding day. Our friendly professional staff will ensure your wedding and reception is picture perfect, from every moment leading up to the I do's to when the lights go down at the end of your reception. Hi, I'm Shalene, Site Coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.